Have you ever wondered what makes the Navy SEALs so incredibly effective in combat? It's not just their physical toughness or advanced weaponry. A huge part of their dominance comes down to mastering specific, often overlooked skills. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most crucial, the art and science of SAW control. We'll uncover how SEALs transformed a powerful support weapon into a precise instrument of battlefield control. The story begins in the jungles of Vietnam. The M60 machine gun, affectionately known as the Pig, was a beast, heavy, powerful, and prone to wild inaccuracy in untrained hands. Early on, conventional military doctrine treated it as a suppressive fire weapon meant to just keep enemy heads down. But the SEALs, operating in small, agile teams, needed more. They needed every single round to count. They couldn't afford to just spray and pray. This is where legendary figures like Richard Marcinko and Roy Bohm come in. They and other early SEAL leaders realized that with the right technique, the M60 could be a surgical tool. They pioneered methods to control the weapon's brutal recoil. Instead of just firing from a static, prone position, they trained to fire it from the shoulder, on the move, in short, controlled bursts. This was revolutionary. It meant a single SEAL could lay down accurate, devastating fire while advancing on a position, something previously thought impossible. The core principle was simple: become one with the weapon. Training was relentless. SEALs would spend countless hours on the range, learning to manage the recoil not with brute force, but with a fluid stance and precise trigger discipline. They practiced a technique called walking the fire, where the gunner could shift their point of aim from one target to another without stopping the burst, creating a sweeping arc of destruction. This allowed a small team to simulate the firepower of a much larger force, a critical advantage for their clandestine operations. One of the key developments was the short burst method. Firing 3 to 5 rounds at a time allowed for rapid reacquisition of targets and conserved precious ammunition. This was vital during long-range patrols where resupply was a luxury. Imagine being deep behind enemy lines. Every bullet is your lifeline. This discipline turned the M60 from a wild beast into a disciplined killer. These techniques weren't just for show. They were forged in the heat of battle and proved their worth time and time again. During countless ambushes and direct action missions in Vietnam, a well-trained SEAL gunner could single-handedly break an enemy assault or provide the critical covering fire needed for his team to maneuver and overwhelm the enemy. The psychological impact was immense. The distinctive sound of a controlled M60 burst became a harbinger of doom for their adversaries. As weapons evolved, so did the techniques. The M60 was eventually replaced by lighter, more reliable machine guns like the Mk43 and later the Mk46 and Mk48. But the core principles of SAW control developed in the jungles of Southeast Asia remained. The emphasis on stability, trigger control, and firing in controlled bursts is still drilled into every SEAL machine gunner today. They learn to use their entire body to absorb recoil and maintain a stable firing platform, whether they're standing, kneeling, or on the move. Modern SEALs have refined these skills to an art form. They integrate advanced optics, lasers, and night vision, but the foundational human skill is what makes it all work. A SEAL saw gunner is a master of controlled aggression, capable of delivering precise, overwhelming firepower exactly where it's needed, at exactly the right moment. This ability to control the chaos of the battlefield is what sets them apart. It's a legacy of innovation born out of necessity that continues to define one of the world's most elite fighting forces. So, the next time you see footage of a machine gun in action, remember the story of the SEALs. It's a testament to the fact that it's not just about the power of the tool, but the skill and strategic mind of the person wielding it. That's what turns a simple weapon into a legend. Thanks for watching. If you found this dive into military history interesting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let us know in the comments what other elite military techniques you'd like us to explore next. See you in the next one.